And he is, of course, playing in his home court.
Oh, he hit those really nice. He pocketed, oh, hit it really nice. He pocketed 3 balls on the break. The 1 ball finally coming to rest at the other end of the table, presenting a big problem for Van Boeing here. A big problem here.
Well, I'm going to push here. And we haven't, neither player has pushed out. But
Yeah.
this shot is really, really, really tough with the cue ball 1 or 2 inches off the rail and requiring a very thin hit.
Well, he's going to go for the ball here. This requires a very accurate hit, unless he's going to play some sort of safety, which I don't know. No, he went for the ball and required a very accurate hit. And
Well, far be it for me to second guess a great player, but I didn't like his shot selection there at all.
well, he really, well, maybe he should have given it more thought, but there wasn't much more available other than maybe push out for a kick or something.
Right, that would have been better. That was my opinion. I think that would have been the best choice.
Watch out.
Now, here's one you can shoot at, though. You play to overcut it, play it in the right-hand corner.
But you have to be careful because of the position of the 7. The cue ball will then go 2 cushions, and it probably will cross that path somewhere where
Right.
the 7 is, so you have to be careful. He really doesn't have anything that he really likes. And I don't see anything I would really like, even if I were he.
Well, if he wanted to play safe, I see 2 or 3 ways to do it. He was looking at putting the cue ball behind the 10 ball, I think. But he hit the 10. This is okay.
He's ended up in pretty good shape. Matter of fact, in real good shape because the 1 ball rolled enough down table, far enough down table where I don't think Duel could even see.
No, if he's
on the side
snookered,
of the
I
ball.
like making a fat hit off the second rail on the 1 ball. That's the
Sending
way
the
I...
1 ball down the other end of the
Down
table.
towards the side pocket or the 8 and 10 ball. The cue ball should go towards the 5 ball.
Right.
He'll have an excellent chance to get safe.
Well, he'll have his best chance of walking away in reasonable shape. We'll try to get distance in between both the cue ball and the 1 ball, and doing it in the way Grady actually describes is his best chance of walking away from this situation.
If you want to improve your kicking game and your defense, always try to do something exact with your kicks. Don't guess at it. Sure, you're going to mess it up hundreds of times like Billy and I did, but sooner or later you start doing what you want a bigger percentage of the time than you fail.
He wants to hit a full ball here, not getting much movement from the cue ball. Wants to hit a thin ball. And
Well, that's just as good if you do it like that, and
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
as long as you create distance in between the 2 balls, you've done your job.
Now, Shane has about the same shot. I think he's completely snookered. And he's got to watch the 5 ball if he decides to go 2 rails in that direction.
I think he can see the 1.
Oh, maybe.
He may even attempt to roll the cue ball, try to reposition the cue ball behind the 5. Now that's a very, very difficult shot.
Well, when I
It's-
teach, I
it's
always
available.
teach my students not to do that. You don't want to play bunt safeties the length of the table. It's usually disastrous. I like banking this ball, low left English, up around the area to 7, like this. A lot of good things can happen.
But once again, distance in between both the 1 and the cue ball. He had a very difficult situation to deal with there, so he decided to create distance.
Now, if this didn't lay so hard to get on the 3 ball, he might bank at the 1 because Corey is aggressive too. Let's see what he decides to do.
That's not going to work.
Oh, you know why? Because of the long slide of the brand new cloth, but it is going to work. Now, here's one, Billy. If he can see enough of this to bank it, I really like him going for this ball. High left-hand English and send the cue ball 2 rails over behind the 3 where you have some kind of shot on the 3 if he makes it.
Well, he certainly has the angle to do that, and not very many options. So considering that he does have the angle to do that, with very limited options, that could be one of his choices. But it looks like he's going to try to reposition the 1 somewhere behind the 10 if he can possibly do that. Nope, he shot that shot. And it looks like the 1 ball is going to creep its way back up, possibly hit short of the side.
Now, you know what's beautiful about that shot selection, too. Notice that he hit it on what I call the pro side. And if he doesn't leave that 1 ball in front of one of those 2 pockets, he figures to leave it tough for Corey. Now, what do you do with this one? You cut at it? It's a tough shot.
Very tough shot. Well, he certainly got away with that one.
I think he kind of semi-played that, though. He hit at the medium speed, a hair fat, and he figured to at least leave the 2 balls on the side rails.
I'm certainly sure that's exactly what he had in mind. Because, you know, some good things could have happened for him shooting it in the fashion that he did. And you know what? It did happen to him.
I'm going to hit this with some velocity, give myself a chance to have something good happen. I'm not going to hit it real easy. I'd say a firm medium speed. Like that.
I don't know if I'd rather be the shooter or the person in the chair here.
Well, you and I play, we do props. I might say to you, Billy, would you like this shot? You could have it, pal. And you could say, no, you coward, you take it. Right?
Exactly. I think this is one I would pass. But, of course, I'm not Shane Van Boeing or Corey Deuel.
Well, what I don't like about this, if I'm going to take a hard shot, I don't mind attempting it if I'm pretty sure I'm going to get position, but this doesn't even carry with it great position.
Nothing attractive at all about any part of this shot.
That
But
was
I'll
a
tell you what,
very intelligent choice.
He certainly got the maximum, you know, out of the situation.
Look at the nice distance he's getting on his safety plays. Tonight, I tell you, his safety play. Well, Corey, I'm not crazy about his safety play at 9 ball or 1 pocket, but he makes up for it with his great shot making ability. Now, he could put the cue ball behind the 8 and 10 if he could make a nice fat hit on this 3 ball. Like this. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, man, it was a beautiful shot because, you know, he didn't really have much to work with and he only had 1 option and that was it. And he had to hit it as well as he did to get the good results, and he certainly did that.
Now, here's what I like about the non-finalic jump cues they're not allowed tonight. Some of these young guys today in tournament play, they just pull out that evil weapon and they just jump right over this 8 and beat you with it. He's going to play this. He has to twirl this a little bit, and he's playing to go rail first and make it in this corner. Wow, pretty close.
I don't know. I think the cue ball has fallen a little short.
But this is, I think it's twistable because the English that he needs to twist it is left-hand English. That helps him make it a little bit and curves it in the right direction. A little bit of elevation, kind of a mini masse. Like that, nicely done.
Good speed of the cue ball.
Nothing fancy there, just good natural position. It looks to me like he's playing position for the side, which is a choice I like there. Now all he has to do is make it and just punch the cue ball over to the right of the 7 a little bit. He'd be in good shape to make the 8 ball and the 10.
Rack number 14 is looking to shorten that gap now, 8 games to 6 in favor of Van Boeing.
And Corey's last couple of break shots, he hasn't been real crisp. Let's see if he can fix that. And I'm sure he's going to rack the balls in his own predetermined order. You can tell he's been practicing that order because he goes automatically to it and does it every time.
He certainly has.
You're saying that he's playing the 4-ball or the 7-ball?
4-ball. He's playing the 4-ball in the side pocket, which is the ball behind the 1 on the right-hand side of the rack.
It was going straight in.
Yeah, and he's playing position for the 1 in this corner pocket. Had the 4 gone, obviously, look at the layout. The 4 would have been gone off the table and wouldn't have been in the position that it's in now. And this rack would have been pretty easy to negotiate.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, this is tough because he's looking now to see if he can make the 4-ball. And even if he can, he has to hit it easy. And how does he get on the 5? Now, he has a pretty good angle where he can get on the 2-ball in such a way that he could get on the 3-ball where he could make the 3 and come around and go into those balls, but that's fraught with peril.
Yeah, if that's his only option, though, I mean, well, what are you going to do?
Well, he's got a lot of ways he could play this. If I didn't think I could make the 4 and get on the 5, I would consider playing safe on one of these first 3 balls. Worth a little extra scrutiny, certainly.
Which obviously tells us that the 4 is not makeable. Because had he had the ability to pocket the 4, then he would have already have shot.
Oh, of course, right. Well, not just make it, you got to be able to get on the 5, too.
He's going to be careful. He should end up behind the 9. No, he's past the 9.
He's okay here, but he can't go into these balls as he makes the 2-ball. He could be snookered, he could scratch, a million bad things could happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to do that.
If I was going to try to break out the 4 and 6, 7, I'd try to get the angle he has now on the 3-ball, a little steeper angle, but with the cue ball up around the side pocket where a right-handed player could reach it. But I'm not saying that's the right way to go.
Once again, he's taking a look at the 4 to see if it's makeable or not. And as much as he's looking at this, as more is telling me that it's not makeable. Because if he has to get that exact, then I don't know if he's doing. I think he may have missed that. I don't know if he really attempted to make that 2 or not. But it looked like he tried to end up with the angle that you suggested by making the 3 and going into the 4.
Right. But the problem with that is the 5's in the way. If you make sure you miss the 5, you might snooker yourself.
Yeah, I don't know if the player at the table has the advantage from this position or not. And it seems like that the player at the table may not even have an advantage.
Now, this is interesting. This is another situation where it would be an easy shot for the likes of a Corey DEUEL with a jump cue, and they're playing without it. Let's see if he can do it with his regular length cue. Oh, he massaged it. Corey has a lot of talents in areas like that. Have you noticed that over the last few years?
Oh yeah. He's he's got a lot of ability.
Like I used to like to say, he's ate up with pool sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Wow.
Well, I thought about this too, as a possibility. Now, if he can thin the 4, he's got a great chance to snooker.
Well, if he snookers him here, that's automatic ball in hand because there's no way he's going to be able to hit it.
Well, the Filipinos are pretty good at tying up balls in a situation like that. If he plays the snooker in such a way that I would, um, and I couldn't hit it, I'd try to put the 6 on it where neither ball was, like a dead combination or anything like that. Let's see. Interesting play back and forth here. He wants to hit very thin.
I don't. Yeah, he probably can hit it.
He can hit it,
But
yeah.
it's not going to be easy. He's not going to walk away. I'd be really surprised to see him walk away from the table in decent shape. I mean, it's almost a guaranteed sellout here of some kind.
Well, he can go 2 rails, try to make a fat hit on it. But it doesn't look to me like he's going deep enough to
No.
hit 2 rails. Looks like he's going to hit the 6. No, he hit it. Well, that's what I would have tried to do. I didn't think he.
Was that a good shot?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was
Well,
a
you
good
can
shot
tell
or
by
not.
you can tell by the fast speed of the 4 ball.
I don't know if it was a good shot. He's asking him if it was a good hit.
Well, if he he hits the 4 first, it goes very fast, which it did.
Well, he could hit the 6 thinly, and the 4 could still go fast. But because that's why he was questioning it. It was very close. But I agree, it was a good hit.
Well, let's talk about that for a moment. A lot of people don't realize that when it could go either way, the call goes to the shooter.
All the time. He who hesitates loses. If he was at bad hit immediately, then he may have had a battle then.
Right. That was a nice shot by Corey there. I don't think he can hit any part of this, and if that's the case, he's going to have to kick at this. Problem is the 9 ball's in the way. Oh, what a neat shot this is if I see it correctly. He's going to have to twist around his right-hand side of the 9 ball if he can't hit any part of the 4 ball. The 9's right smack in the way.
Are you saying he had the masse kick?
Yeah. Or you can go this way. You have to hit it with draw. You have to hit it with low right.
In either case, it's a difficult shot to execute. So he certainly can't like his position here. Probably saying to himself, how did I end up in this position?
Here's where he's going to shoot the shot I think he had to do right at the beginning.
A little twirl here, try to get a masse it around the 9 and then hit deeply on that side cushion.
And I can see some good things happening with this shot.
And that wasn't one of them.
No, that was a nice hit, though.
Yeah, but it was a
shot.
nice hit. But that wasn't one of the good results he wanted to get.
Well, he hit it a fraction harder than I thought was the optimum speed. And that caused it to, go a little shorter than he probably wanted it to. Well, now Corey will play position for the 5 in the side pocket. Just like that.
What you really have to figure out is where you want to be on the 7, because that's going to be the key shot in this rack. Where do you want to be on the 7 to play position for the 8?
Right. Well, he may have got where he has to touch it. I don't know. He's going to draw the ball. That's fine. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, you couldn't really position the cue ball with your hand any better than that.
Exactly.
He'll play the 8 in the upper right-hand corner here, following one cushion.
Well, he didn't want this angle.
Seems like he's got a little bit of an angle.
Well, if so, he'll play the 9 in the left-hand side pocket. Just like this. Good shot.
And he's left himself the ideal angle off the 9 to fall toward, to go toward the 10 ball with the cue ball.
Right. Well, it's getting ever closer and more exciting.
After 15 games, Grady, it can't get any closer. 8 games to 7 in favor of Shane Van Boening.
I'm one of the few pool players that I've been working for years in Montana and the Dakotas. I come up in Washington State. I come up and enjoy myself even in the wintertime. I always liked it up here.
I've never been to South Dakota. Never.
Really?
Never been to South Dakota.
Well, don't you find the people extra nice?
Oh, absolutely. The people are very friendly up here. Nice people. Dakota and New York, I think.
That you've never been to New York either, is what you're saying? That's funny. All right, both players are working to get their break shot refined so they can string some racks together.
There's the 4 on the side, but it fell a little short. The 2 ball went in the corner. The 3 ball is positioned near the upper right-hand corner. That will be the next ball. The 7 ball has blocked the pocket for the 4, Grady.
Yeah, not only that, getting on the 3 here is not so easy, Billy. What do you do with this? I mean, if you were playing on a very easy pocketed table, then I would just go forward off the rail and just come up between the 4 and 6 to make sure I could at least hit the 3.
Okay, now I think what he may do is play the 1 off the 7 here.
I think that would be extra smart. I really do.
You know, and he likes to play shots of that type of nature. He likes little kiss shots, you know.
But where's the cue ball going to go? That's
it should go. It should go. It should go somewhere around the 4. He let it go around the 4. He has to be mainly concerned with the speed of the cue ball here, and obviously the hit on the 1. Now, if he's able to play the 1 off the 7, he'll open up the pocket for the 4, but he has to come up with a shot on the 3.
Well, you got to be careful because if you do that, sometimes the 7 ball will come towards the cue ball and hit it.
He's going backwards then. He's going back toward him.
Well, that's a nice shot, but I don't see any easy way to get on the 4 ball here.
Not from the position he's ended up in.
I think he's going to have to play position for the right-hand side pocket. I just don't see any other way to do it. Do you?
I don't even know if he can do that from where he is. The only possible shot I see him ending up with was the 4 on the side, sending the cue ball in between the 5 and the 6 here.
Right,
watch.
that's what I mean. That's the only shot I see.
He's sending the cue ball between the 5 and the 6. Well, he couldn't even get it long enough to do that. But you know what? He's ended up with a shot.
Yeah, he sure has. Now, what English do you like using on this? You can actually play it 3 ways. No English, left English, right English.
I like the English that best is suitable for pocketing the ball here.
Right. Well, for most players, that would be right English, not right English.
Yeah, but with left English for where he is.
But to just float it in, he can hit this with no English or even a smidgen. Oh, he played the billiards. How about that?
He may be corner hooked.
I think he's corner hooked.
He is. He's corner hooked.
Well, there's no 3-railer here because the 10 and the 8 are smacking the way. He's almost got to go off the point or massay it.
That's his only 2 options.